Welcome, champions of the mortal realms, to another Age of Sigmar video. Today, we're talking about the new Slaves of Darkness Darkoath army set, which, to be honest, I didn't really know a lot about. Apparently, it's part of Warhammer Plus. It was in an episode of the Monsters show that they have there, and there's been, you know, some like loose references to Darkoath in the battletome for Slaves of Darkness. So it's looking really cool. It's like a dark barbarian tribe that they make these oaths they to the chaos gods to complete certain tasks, and then they get boons and power from them. They're not, you know, devoted to just one single god. They're, you know, devoted to any of them, and in that way they can get a bunch of different powers and boosts, etc. I'm calling them the Dark Cities of Sigmar units, and Games Workshop seems to agree. So let's take a look at them. They look really awesome. This is like a supplemental set, and I think basically right away when I got into Warhammer this summer that I identified Slaves of Darkness was the faction I would play if I was going to play Chaos, like right away. And this only solidifies that, because man, these look really cool. So we already saw there was like a specific hero kind of unit, the brands Oathbound. They're from the show on Warhammer Plus, which I've not seen. But what we actually see now is just a general group of models that are coming out, and they look so good. Okay, so let's take a look at what's in this box, which, by the way, has an awesome art on the whole thing. Looks amazing. So we have the Darkoath Chieftain on the War Seed, which, as they say here, it's the, you know, the Free Guild Cavalier Marshal, who's clearly too puny to enter battle without both shoulders draped in armor. This guy, he's going into battle with not full armor, and he's got 4 skulls just kind of on the saddle there. There's runes actually drawn into the horse. There's like a little skull on the stone that he's standing on, and there's a mask on the horse that looks like it's made out of bone. To be honest, that horse is, I guess maybe it's like some like it's devoted to chaos too, because, you know, I don't think it could handle it otherwise. But this is just a really awesome model, and there's going to be different ways that you can actually build them, so that's gonna be really cool. Okay, so here's some of the variations. We've got a bone mask of his own. We've just got this full cool helmet that kind of makes me think of Shadow Lord from Final Fantasy 11. So he comes with 3 heads, and then 2 for his steed, and then you get the chance to do some other, you know, war gear if you want. Okay, great. Then we have the Wilder Fiend, which the lore for is horrifying. So this is an insane beast. There's more skulls on their body. They've got, you know, big teeth and nails. They're gonna shred whoever they're fighting to bits. And so these wildebeests are actually Darkoath heroes that kind of gave into chaos too much, and they have become a beast themselves, and they're so strong. They still work with the Darkoath, but they need to be satiated. They need sacrifice. So it's basically you know, this big demon that we have to, you know, keep happy, and he's going to work with us and work with the Darkoath. You can see, like, right in the middle there, kind of by his loincloth, there's just a head hanging by its hair, and there's some variations here, the different skulls you can put on, the different horns that you can do. Like, you can do the upward horns, like the side curling horns, lots of options there. Really, really cool. So we also have the Darkoath Marauders. Okay, and so this is kind of your group of battle line type fighters. So we can see there's a bunch of different styles here, and they mostly have spears. They have their little swords there too. There's a musician, there's your bannerman or woman in this case, and so on. So they look really cool. So these are the Darkoath Marauders. Okay, they have relatively few clothes. They're the Free Guild's steel helms that, you know, they can keep their stuffy jerkins and breastplates. Although, I mean, like the Free Guild steel helms are like wearing whatever they can, right? Like they're not, you know, they're not all fancy by any means. But either way, these Darkoath Marauders, they have spears, or you can use one-handed raider weapons. But if you use the spears, I have to imagine that, you know, they would have 2-inch range maybe. So you also get a champion, a musician, and an icon bearer. And there's 5 male bodies and 5 female. And over a dozen shields and 30 different heads. So if you were to buy multiples of this box, because there'd be a lot of good stuff in it, you could do some really different looking squads. Okay, so then we have the Darkoath Fell Riders, and they compare these to the Cavaliers from City of Sigmar, except they're light cavalry because they've just got very limited armor, not a lot of barding on the horses. The horses have these fearsome masks. They've got a little bit of chest protection. You can see they still have all the runes drawn on them, and then they've got these javelins, these spears that they're coming at people with. So these horse riders, these fell riders, they have a versatile kit according to Games Workshop. So a variety of heads, shields, betrayals, I don't even know what that is, a horsey face mask, plus a choice of javelins or blades for the whole unit. So you have to do one or the other. You get a champion, a musician, and an icon bearer. This also comes with a battletome supplement, which is 28 pages. You get some lore, you get all the new war scrolls for these new units, and lots of photography. This will be available for free as well, so that's always good. You know, I'll definitely be looking at it. If it's a free PDF, I'm going to be, you know, looking at it for the lore. I'm going to be really excited about that. But this is really, really cool to get physical, in my opinion, if you can get it. Although there's been a lot of good looking army sets lately, it's hard to get every single one, as we all know. So we might as well look at the other units that we're getting here. And there's already pre-existing Darkoath units. There's like a war chieftain that's not mounted, and there's a war queen. And then this is Gunnar Brand and his oathbound kin. And so we have the whole kind of like warbandish type thing here, kind of hero-y looking people, and they're awesome. So really awesome. We've got Gunnar in the middle with his double axes. Okay, we have the War Queen Tenari, who has this big shield, spear. Then we have Dendril Direbrand, who was actually, you know, free guild, you know, nobility until his family was wiped out, and he looks really awesome with that that sword, and then the hammer, the shield on his back, really awesome. We also have Broken Nadja, who will divine the intent of the Chaos Gods. And then Gunnar's daughter, Singri, is just a solo mounted archer, which is one of the coolest types of unit ever. Like, mounted archers are possibly one of my favorite kind of, you know, model slash like army unit that you can see. And you can see the details on this model, the stitching on the pants, the fur and the boots, and on the horse itself. There's some of these runes, these little stone runes that I'll show in the trailer. You see them cutting their hand and bleeding onto these runes, making their oaths that they're going to fulfill to get some dark chaos powers. And so besides this episode, which I kind of want to see, because in the trailer you see some really cool moments with, like, you know, free guild people shooting at the Darkoath that are attacking, I guess, you know, a free guild settlement. There's going to be a book called Darkoath. I am for sure going to get the ebook for this, like 100%. I'm getting this book. And maybe I can make it like a little video about it or something once I've read it. But this archetype, or not archetype, but this army, this Darkoath kind of army faction that they've revealed, or that they're revealing, is highly intriguing to me. And if I wasn't building my first ever army of Cities of Sigmar right now, then you know, I would probably be getting into this. Like, if I had joined you know, Warhammer as a hobby like just now, then I might already be jumping in on this. But you know, I'll have to wait for one other day. You know, I'll have to sneak it in so my wife doesn't see. Okay, so that's it. That's all for this video. It's great to be back making Warhammer videos on this channel. I don't know how regularly I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as regularly as I can, as my schedule has cleared up. For if anyone's here and not on my other channel, Mysidia Gaming, then you might not know that I'm a teacher, and that I also coach wrestling, and so during specific parts of the year, my free time just goes down to the ground. I have no time to make videos, but I'm free again. I've got free time every day. I've got time to script and write videos and film and stuff. So hopefully I'll be making some more videos. I'll make a progress video for sure about how my Cities of Sigmar is going, and after that, you know, I want to make maybe even a lore video. So we'll see how that all goes, but I appreciate everybody stopping by, and we'll see you all soon in another video.